Good morning. Good morning.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a so don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think Matt and I keep trying to unmute him. And then, so it's like Matt unmutes himself and then I mute him by accident because that was funny.
I didn't touch anything.
He kept telling me you were trying to unmute yourself. And so I was like muting you. It was giving me some weird warning. Anyway, good morning, everybody. It's
Good morning. Good
total
morning.
train wreck this morning. And that's just fine because that's what this show is about. And we are a train wreck in progress. No. Okay. Welcome everybody. There's plenty to talk about. That's for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong tab. And we were totally prepared for the show. Just so check out our
100%.
our NFT. No, check out our website, gmdefi.xyz. We have a free trading indicator. Don't worry, it's free. So that's
Free.
and it's great. It's an all-in-one indicator. It's really cool. We use it every morning here on the show during the TA portion of the show, and which will be coming up in a little bit. So you'll see it in action. Just send us your TradingView username to get access to that. Okay, let's get into the news, shall we?
Let's do it.
Phone is blowing up. What is going on over there? Rips Ryder. Is his name Ryder Rips or Rips Ryder? I'm confused.
I don't know.
Okay, well, Rips Ryder claims his
Tomato.
Bored Apes are artistic criticism, Matt. So in a filing on Monday, the artist has asked a Los Angeles federal court to stop a trademark lawsuit brought against him by the BAYC creator. He further argued that his NFTs of the apes were a type of, quote, appropriation art meant as criticism and protected by the First Amendment. His NFTs of Bored Apes reportedly aim to bring Yuga Labs' attention to alleged racism. He also called it an act of protest against the NFT giant. So, I don't know. What do you think about that? That's the latest.
I guess, sure. Why not?
In a nutshell.
I don't know. No, we all know I don't know what to think about the dude. I think he's a fraud anyway. So
it's fantastic.
It's all fraud. It's all FUD. It's all
fantastic.
going to zero.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Wow. Matt is in full-on bear mode today. He's on full-on bear mode. I think that, it could be an interesting lawsuit, actually, or counter argument, just because if this were to work as a counter argument, it would perhaps kind of mess with the the future legal issues surrounding NFT ownership, right? Because all of a sudden, being able to publish just a potentially copyrighted image or an image that someone else owns would be okay, right? With this type of defense.
Well, I already feel like it already is okay. Like there's so many derivatives. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they just take them, turn them the other way. I'm like, come on, this is already happening. I don't even know if we need this many excuses on why it's acceptable. It just is. I mean, people still buy all these stupid ass derivatives and they don't give two shits if it's copying some other fucking thing. So it's like the market, like we are allowing the market to totally exist by even allowing, like just by buying into this stupid shit. So it's,
Well,
I don't
that
even
totally
I don't even know if
segues
Right or
me
Rip
into
needs to
this other
come up with
stuff.
this whole, oh, it's artistic, this, that. No, dude, no one else is thinking that hard about it. It's like, anyway. I think
Well,
it's all
yeah, it's
stupid.
interesting because at the same time yesterday, Yuga Labs updated the rights, the official IP rights agreement for Meebits and CryptoPunks, and they're saying that they will own all of the rights, titles, and interests in and to the Meebit and CryptoPunks art, including any and all copyrights, trademarks, and other intellectual property rights. However, holders will be granted the license to quote to use the Meebit art associated with your Meebit NFT for as long as you hold your Meebit NFT. So it's kind of like they're like they're leasing you the right with your NFT.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting because Yuga is trying to very much assert that they own these. These are their trademarked artwork, and they are just lending it to you as long as you own the NFT, essentially. So it's interesting that at the same time, Ryder Rips is trying to say, I can pretty much just copy your project if I just call it appropriation. They're trying to really like make it clear that they own these. So interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see. Not gonna do that one. Do Kwon did an interview. It's his first interview since the Terra failure flops. That's what this headline says. He's broken his silence on Terra's 40 billion collapse in an interview with Coinage. However, the community has criticized the piece. This was, I guess, just the first episode. So I guess there's going to be more episodes of this on Coinage. I looked at the video. I briefly watched it, but I just haven't had a chance to really analyze it. But I guess people are slamming it. He promised to answer the community's questions over Terra's implosion. He had personally, the interviewer actually revealed that he had personally invested in Terra before it imploded in May. Wow. So they spent 2 days together for the feature. Sorry, this is just the first time I'm reading this. But viewers have overwhelmingly criticized the piece. Throughout the 30-minute clip that went live Monday, Guzman can be seen questioning Kwon over Terra's failure. Though he asked Kwon whether he ever lied to the public, viewers have suggested that the interview attempts to paint the controversial founder in a positive light. Batman described Guzman as a sycophantic interview and questioned why he had smiled when asking Kwon about Terra's investors who took their own lives following the collapse. Ooh, yikes.
He smiled?
Ooh, I don't know.
Watch this
yeah, gonna have to watch it. Maybe we'll watch it and then we can talk more about this. But
so he's just a fanboy, pretty much, and like super
something weird.
Sounds
I mean, very odd. Yeah,
dope fanboy.
Yeah, that's very weird to ask about that too. I mean, geez, and be smiling. I mean, sounds like
to be
essentially an intense interview.
Yeah, the dude. I would say I would expect it to be an intense interview. I would expect a question relating to what his feelings and whatnot, or his take on people, committing suicide because of the collapse of his, his token and stuff. So it's like I would expect those questions. I haven't seen it, so it's like there. But if it's just done by a fanboy, you're gonna kind of let him probably slide with some easy, political type answers, just kind of dance around an actual answer, or question. And so I don't know. I'd have to watch it.
It sounds like Fatman also said, why not have an interview with someone more neutral and respectable like Bloomberg or Fortune instead of someone who has been consistently shilling you for years, almost as if he's paid? Interesting.
Yeah.
Someone else said, so a guy from a company which Terraform Labs was an investor in is the first one to get an interview with Do Kwon and blames the failure of UST to it not being big enough. Seems legit. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, of course, Do Kwon would choose to, have an interview with
most softball interview he could find, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who would, if you were in Do Kwon shoes, I think we all would kind of be like, okay, so I'm going to talk to someone, but I'm going to talk to someone who's going to be nice to me. Like, who wouldn't do that? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't really surprise me, but I'm going to have to watch it. I'm interested.
Yeah, we'll watch it and we will comment more tomorrow. Celsius saga continues. New filings reveal delusional plan for standalone reorganization, says a lawyer. The drama surrounding the troubled crypto lender Celsius continues with a new omnibus reply and a PowerPoint presentation that outlines plans for a standalone reorganization described as by one lawyer as delusional. So it just is it's just saying that it included a business plan for standalone reorganization that provides optionality for customer recovery. So they were really like trying to essentially just revamp the business. It seems like, I don't know. It's interesting. It looks like this is the maybe the PowerPoint presentation screenshot here. Trying to see here. Yeah, Celsius and its advisors are preparing a business plan for a standalone organization that provides optionality for customer recovery. August 23rd meeting with the committee to discuss. Oh, this is pretty recent then, because that hasn't even happened yet. Interesting. Bankruptcy lawyer shared this on Twitter. They're part of an ongoing proceeding in the U.S. bankruptcy court case. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, really, the behind the scenes of what was going on and is going on is just kind of wild over there at Celsius. They got their head in the sand for sure, it seems like.
I have no comment. They're screwed. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Nothing burger. Everyone's screwed. No one's getting their money back. Just say it and then move on. Tear the Band-Aid off. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, let's go look at the charts a little bit, and then we will look at some NFT stuff after that.
All right. Let's check it out. Let's check out the charts. Okay. Well, let's start with Bitcoin. All right. So I have this area highlighted up here, this little rectangle, right? Because I had some levels that I was looking to probably try to open up some shorts from, right? Now these fib levels here are local fib levels from the swing low to the swing high. All right. We're in the 4 hour here. So I was thinking, all right, because over the weekend I did not put an order in, and I'm kicking myself for doing it, because that's when it was playing right up here at the levels that I wanted to put a short in. And I had thought that, okay, maybe we'll get another spike up and get a rejection from these key levels here, and we never got a spike up, guys. So my orders didn't fill. That's okay. We are getting lower lows here on the candles. And it was looking like I could maybe be getting that spike here, because we had the VWAP curving up, the wave was starting to curve. Money flows trending down, but still massively green. So I was like, maybe we get a little wick candle up here to fill some orders, and get some better positions on some shorts. That just didn't happen. So I'm looking, price looks like it's breaking this key level. And see, this is it. Is like, instead of, this is the thing about trading, right? I'm kind of doing kind of a zoomed out approach this week. But, if you went down on the lower time frames, you had a lot of great action here to be playing in. Whoops. And so, anyways, we're breaking this level of support, and it looks like, next level is this golden pocket here, which I might be looking for some longs, right? Because we could be getting a bounce from this golden pocket. Also, it is the trend, and we have been respecting this trend level pretty nicely, right? So it's like, hey, the trend is your friend till the end. So I will be anticipating on going long on the trend. Now it could be the trend, the end could be soon. That it could be this leg down. It could be, it couldn't bounce, could do lots of things.
Might
But
go up.
it's like well, yeah, well, the thing is that it's been testing this trend, and we've hit the 2K zone that we've been really um waiting for. Or I'm sorry, this is Bitcoin, not Ethereum. I thought I was looking at Ethereum. Um, it's just been, it's getting higher highs. It's just that, will it be, it has some levels that it will it hold, because there's only so many times it can test these lower levels. Like once it breaks this like 22K and whatnot, then it's like game over. I'm like, all right, then we're going back to Goblin Town, So
I'm not
just gonna
laughing.
stick with the trend.
I'm crying.
Because the trend it's just this channel that it's been kind of forming is pretty bearish, right? Because it's an upward trending wedge, so it's like squeezing in here.
Yeah.
And usually those mean that price breaks downward from the trend,
Losing its momentum.
Yeah. So, and we could maybe get, I would expect, what's got me is that the reason why I thought we would get another spike up is because we are still getting higher highs. So I was, to me, I'm like, we still need to get up here and get a lower high before we really kind of start breaking that trend. Is what you would kind of imagine, right? Is what I'm thinking here. So, yeah, so I'm being patient on these shorts up here. I think, let's challenge this. Let's get another little pump up, and then let's just send it to Goblin Town, That's what I'm anticipating. But this fib level, this range right here, I mean, this is pretty beautiful to be playing in. I mean, you're basically, and here I have the fixed volume indicator here. All right. So essentially you have your volume, your high volume high here, and your lows here. All right. And then you have your point of control. So it's been pretty much playing this range between these volumes levels here, the high and the low, since I don't know what is this, Monday. I was Monday. Oh, this is like since the 10th of August. So for several days, right? For over a week now. Or no, not a week. Chill out. It's like what, 15th today? I don't even know what day it is. 16th?
16th.
It's 16th. So almost a week. I wasn't that. I was, about a week. Yeah. So anyways, we've been doing this for about a week. And I just expect the trend to continue, right? The trend and the range that we're in. Right here. And then you could even say that make this range a little bit bigger. So like you can say there's a couple different, there's ranges within ranges that we're seeing here now. And if you step back on different time zones, time frames, you'll notice that this, like, let's get our handy dandy rectangle tool out. So all right, let's say this looks like one large range, and then you also have kind of this smaller range. Let's say it's about, from here to here, this smaller range. So you have ranges, and then also this range right down here. You have ranges within ranges that you could be playing around with here. And on the larger time frames, on the daily, these are just going to look like kind of crazy lines. And what's interesting on the daily, again, this is why I thought we would get another wick up before coming down, because if we go to the daily, on the daily, we've had these higher highs, but the candles have been closing down. And so again, I'm like, hey, we're probably gonna see, I would have expected but didn't get, a lower high. Have it come up here or here where my levels are that I wanted to put in some orders. I was expecting another wick up and then a crash down. But instead, I was watching this last night. And I was like, okay, maybe in the morning I'll wake up, my orders are filled. Maybe it waked up to this level. This is a fib level up here, maybe up here. But instead, I woke up and it was just stuck here. And as I got into the office, it's broke that level down. So now it's like, okay, chances of it wicking back up here before it challenges these key levels down here are pretty much done for, right? And my theory was proven wrong. So I'm not going to get those positions filled. But again, that was looking at the daily. That's kind of what I was looking at, right? We were getting these higher highs, but yet candles that are closing in the red. Anyways, well, it's definitely very volatile right now. I can't think of anything in the news this week or next week that might be coming up.
That's what I was
that
trying
might
to
be
think
important.
of was what's going on right now? Because I mean, and we're gonna look at it in the NFT segment too, but volume is super low on NFTs right now, like really low. So it's I don't
Dude,
know.
I'm pretty sure
Something's going
NFTs,
on.
dude. I'm pretty sure there's only like 4,000 people that actually buy NFTs. All right, I'm
Well,
just saying.
yeah, I mean,
It's
it
not.
seems
There are.
like it's like less and less constantly. I mean, even though I mean,
Yeah,
there's
they kind of suck.
I mean, it's crazy, especially it's cratered so much. Yeah, I mean, there's still, thousands of purchases every day, but man, yeah, the marketplaces have seen a huge dip in volume. So, even more so just the past couple days. So,
I think
yeah.
maybe it could be because a lot of people are just trying to cash out a lot of their NFTs right now
Yeah, I've seen that.
because crypto's kind of
Yeah.
gotten a nice bump.
Yeah, they want to like
and
take profits before maybe another dump or
it'd
yeah,
be
something
interesting
like
to see
that.
how much. It'd be interesting to see if there's a way to track how much of that money is actually going to smaller shit tokens, like low cap shit tokens. Those are taking off right now. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people getting into like, dude, there's like Doge Chain, which is
Yeah.
like not associated with Doge
I saw someone
coin,
tweeting
right?
about Doge Chain this
At
morning.
all. But Doge Chain is like going
I
bananas.
know.
And
I
it's
wonder if
basically,
this is like an influencer push on this Doge Chain thing because all of a sudden I'm seeing
yeah, dude.
influencers talking about it.
It's totally like really could be a total rug any moment, kind of
Ponzi
thing
token.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like I don't know. I don't trust the damn shit, so I'm not touching it right now. But
It sounds real trustworthy. Yeah.
well, yeah, it's pretty sketch. I think like
I
some
mean,
of the
is it an
tokens.
official Doge chain, like
No,
Binance chain, or is it not?
is it like on Binance kind of deal?
No, like
Or-
Binance has
Oh,
Binance chain. Is it an
correct.
official
Right.
Doge project?
It's no, it's not an official
See,
Doge
that's what I'm
project.
real. That's
It's
what
just
sketches
a
me out.
developer that essentially made it is all I know of. And I guess some of the tokens to get like some of the
This space is
Doge
crazy, bro.
different layer 2 tokens, you just got to essentially send Doge to like a developer and then they'll send you whatever fucking token like the W Doge that you're getting or something. It's like, dude, sounds sketch balls, but people are making bank right now on those. So
Yeah, man, it's
yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah,
totally nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a really interesting
The
time.
shit
for
coins are
sure.
coming back, baby. They are coming back. And so, and that's the thing with shit tokens with low cap ones, if it's only like, I don't know, like just a couple million, 150 million worth of them or something like that. You can turn like 0.25 ETH or whatever into 1 ETH pretty quickly, so it's kind of those kind of tokens, with those low caps
Where do you buy Doge
can change
chain?
quite a bit.
Where do you
What was
buy
that?
Where do you buy Doge chain? Like, where do you buy them?
So it was okay, there I saw it's on my Telegram.
You have to send. Do you have to send your money to some anonymous weird address?
You have to well you got to get I
Telegram.
think you got to do it, like you get a wallet essentially that can have it, right? So, and I think you might need to have a different install of MetaMask or some shit
Hmm. Okay.
to get this. Anyways, I have the Telegram on it.
Okay.
I had the Telegram. I'm in it, and because I was thinking about doing it,
But
but
it's not on like any major exchange yet, really.
not that I
Probably.
know of.
Okay.
Not that I know of. Yeah.
This is some major degen shitcoin stuff.
Oh yeah, it's major shitcoin shit, right? Yeah, yeah.
Major
Like you got to know.
makes me
Yeah.
feel like the ICO days are back all of a sudden.
I do too, man. I think the shitcoins are.
Did that happen during the drop in 2017? When was the last when was that ICO thing? Was that 2016? Was that 2017? Was that 2018? I'm trying to remember when the heyday for the ICOs really was.
All of the above, right there. I think.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering exact dates of it.
Before the crash in
remember it.
2017, I think.
Yeah,
right?
maybe that's what this is a sign of, the impending bit that we're going to have a big crash. We have a big shitcoin
beginning of the bull market, baby.
blow up.
It's just the beginning of the bull market.
That's great. I think I saw. I don't know. I feel like I saw Bitlord talking about altcoins too.
Daily bearish divergence here.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, get in on this daily short. See, that's the thing. It's like it could have enough sell pressure to break the trend. So, like, if it broke the trend, I would be
okay. Cool. Gonna go cash out my ETH now. Okay, cool. Bye.
If it broke the trend, right, I'd expect it to come down.
Okay, going swapping my
come back
ETH
up,
right now.
test the trend, and then get rejected.
Swapping all my ETH right now. Okay. Swapping to USDC. Yep. Okay. Proof.
Yeah, this to me looks about right. That's what I'm kind of planning on if it breaks through that trend. So I'm gonna wait until we get some sort of candle on the lower time frames. Now I won't. On the daily you'll kind of just look like it probably whips up here.
Yeah, it'll lag.
But yeah, so wait for it to test that trend level again, and if it can't break back into the trend, then the trend is no longer your friend.
Yeah, then we change. Then things are changing for sure.
Yes, then the tides are changing. ETH is down today at 1% right now, and I had the similar plans with ETH, right?
Oof, geez, that's tight right there.
Very similar with ETH, where I was like, I had these levels. Had these levels. Oh man, let's go down to lower time frames. But ETH is looking about the same, right? It's going to challenge the trend here. On my 4 hour here, we had this challenge
really
right up here.
One more less step down to really get there.
Do you see how I was I had these levels up here that I was hoping to get some shorts. And yesterday I was like, oh, get there. And it didn't quite get to my level. Came down. So I'm still waiting here to get these filled. I think I'm going to actually take these off the table. Just because I think the price is actually going to come down and test. I think it makes a lot of sense for it to come down. Look, you have this volume node here, this spike of volume here, plus you have the fib level here, plus you have the trend level. You got 3 confluences right here without even looking at any moving averages, right? So it's like, come on. So I'm expecting price to come out right here, maybe get some longs filled, right?
Right.
So I might be patient, just wait for confirmation down here. Now, this is potential. I'll set up some longs on this fib level, see what happens when the price starts getting there, right? Because I'm expecting a bounce here and then number go up, right? But the thing is that I could totally see number coming down, breaking the trend slightly. It does that. It does break the trend. And then what happens? You get a whole bunch of bears coming in, flooding the market, selling and shorting. and then you trap them. You trap them. Could be an easy bear trap. And plus there's fib levels. There's a nice strong level of resistance here. You do like so I pulled these fixed volumes at different ranges essentially, right? So this is this range, this one's for this range. And so so basically how you use these, you see how this is like the color is grayed out. Um, Basically, I'd say this is my high volume, this is my low volume, or volume high, volume low, and I mean that's basically your range, right? And then you have your point of control, which acts as a very sticky point for the price. You know, a lot of times it bounces from it, bounces down from it, um, and you know, so you just pull these on different ranges, and yeah, so like down here, right, you have this strong node, but it's grayed out on this one, but still, you know, if you took this on a lower time frame and you did this volume tree trace here, you see this all kind of represented in this little range. So you know, this is still a pretty significant level. It's just a little spike in volume. Plus you have support, fib level. So you have confluence here. You have confluence just a little bit below that. You have fib level and the high volume of this range. So several places to bounce here. 1, 2, 3. 3 places that you could be getting a bounce from before we get some more highs. Now it just is, yeah, a question of how, you know, if it'll stay on this trend. Ethereum has been so damn bullish. I would be like, it could break the trend and then skyrocket right back up because it's heading into the merge. There's a bunch of bullish stuff. Now, some people are saying that news is all priced in now. I have heard chatter.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That ETH is it's been priced in. It's hit that 2000 mark. It's hit the golden pocket. You know, that's this area right up here. This highlighted white area is the golden pocket, and it's tapped it. It's gotten there. Mission accomplished essentially since being down here at the lows, right? This is kind of what since it broke this fib level here at the 1367. Since it broke it, challenged it, and bounced away. We've been saying here on the GM show that it is going to hit this golden pocket, right? That's the philosophy here. And you know what? It did it. It has done it. Now the question is if it's going to kind of hang out just like it did up here for a little bit. Is it going to hang out in range up here at all? Or is it just going to start coming back down to Goblin Town? So we will see. We will see, guys. I am not yeah, again, I'm looking for lower prices probably before we get any higher ones. All right.
That makes sense.
Looking at my Doge. Look at this.
God. Wow.
Doge. I wonder if this because Doge chain is starting to get all trendy and stuff right now.
Oh my God.
10%. 10%.
Yeah,
everyone.
Dude. They're insane.
Shib
yesterday, Doge today.
This
what the hell?
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember joining this. I did these trend lines yesterday, I think, right? So actually, might be a beautiful spot to short. Oh my goodness. Remember yesterday, I was like, okay, yeah, we hit the you hit the trend line, price comes down, hits the trend line. It really didn't just stayed in this stupid range. Let's tank it. Let's send it to 0.
Oh gosh. Here we go.
I am max betting short 100x.
Wow.
100x short this.
Max betting.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Show. I mean, now what we are looking for though,
right in that nice wedge
is yeah, I mean, you do have do I see a W here maybe forming? I mean, if you want to make one up, sure. Dude, I'm trying to find. I don't see a great breakout pattern here because the reason why I don't see a great breakout pattern is because it still hasn't even taken this range up here.
Yeah.
It hasn't taken higher highs really. It's just
went
just
sideways
shutting at
for a while.
Yeah, man. This is this looks like it wants to just tank, dude.
Yeah,
it does.
Totally. Yeah.
Just like it did up here. It ranged and then it broke, right? Ranges.
Well, if the entire market goes down, then it will probably go down by quite a bit too. A bunch of
all these sad people buying Doge. Be careful. Be careful buying the pump right now, guys. Be careful.
I could see the bears really going, just feasting on a lot of these pumps, for sure.
Yes. It's double top.
You're a sick man.
Sink
You're
it.
a very sick man.
Send it.
It's been double topped. Sink it.
Yes.
Aye, Captain. Send it to 0.
GMT is our next biggest winner right now with 4% up. Everything else is just about the same, with about down 1% or so. XMR up 3%. So we have some tokens that are definitely going against the trend here. Of the kind of bigger boys. And dude, I'm wondering, man, what is it looking like on lower time frames? See, on the daily, that's the daily that I was just looking at. Look at this daily. We had this great candle, but look, RSI is pointing down. I mean, that candle did cause a spike in the VWAP. So I wonder if that starts to trend back down again. Do you have green money flow wave in the daily right now? 4 hour VWAP looks like it's turning in. RSI is still pointing up, but look, money flow starting to curve down again. Could be a great time to be looking at some shorts. Look at that 2 hour RSI pointing down, wave starting to caress in, VWAP pointing down. This is saying short me. Whoa. Short. Yes, 1 hour. I was looking at that. I was like, come on, 1 hour. Give me something. 1 hour. Now, I might wait. So if I was going to short this, I would wait until I got, let's see if we get like a bearish divergence. Do we? Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is shorting time. All right. We got higher prices. No. Higher prices, right? Lower momentum.
Yeah, that's
lower momentum, higher prices.
Yeah, that's a
short this sucker. Short it.
Divergence.
So
sure.
I'm looking at this as a big shorty mix short. And maybe you get another price spike up here to get this vector candle zones before we start taking it down. But like right now on our trend, trend levels, right? They're not every level is exact, right? Look at them as zones, right? It's like give some space around this line, give it some buffer, right? Give it a zone. And so it's just testing this zone, and it's like, but this trend level that I drew up seems pretty freaking legit. I mean, it broke through, challenged it, rejected, challenged it. Now it's just trying to challenge it again. So that's actually a pretty decent trend line I got going on. I would look to see if maybe on like the lower time frames, if you saw in the 1 minute, it's getting up here in a 12 minute. See if it starts to get a rejection there on those lower time frames, and then you could probably get a decent entry on a short. Yeah. So, anyways, Doge looks fun to short to me right now.
Yeah, lots of fun to be had if you can short. If you're on an exchange that allows you to short, there's plenty of profits to be had. Right now. So. Okay, that face.
All right,
Jones.
Just wanted my short order to be filled in, and it didn't.
Yeah, I wish I was having fun. Wish I had profits right now.
I'm just stuck in stables.
No fun. No fun.
Just being patient, waiting for some better levels here.
That's what
but
you
know,
do.
like, yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Be patient.
Because it's like I'm really waiting for the 4 hour. I mean, 4 hour on the kimono wave, giant green money flow. VWAP pretty close to this 50 level, and that's why I'm saying, like, I'm expecting price to want to break this range and come on back down, and then we get a bounce up. So I'm gonna put max betting on this level and the golden pocket.
Max bidding. Let's go. Let's freaking go, max bidding. Okay, well, we're gonna roll the intermission, and then when we get back, we're gonna look at what is going on with NFTs, and also we're just gonna look at stuff. Bye.
Cool.
About Bitcoin? No, tell me. The crypto money. Be on your phone.
Okay.
And we're gonna sweep the floor with the Bitcoin. So better believe it. Better believe it. Bitcoin. Go to the moon.
Not this time. Let's stay on Earth.
Happened yesterday. Today's the day. Go out there. Don't take shit from nobody. You got a dream, fucking live it. Live it. And if they don't want to be a part of your dream, fuck it. Throw them off the railing. Who gives a fuck? At the end, it's you against the fucking world. You follow me? And then it's you against you. So you got two fucking wars you're fighting at one time. Smoke a little reefer, write your notes, do your 22 push-ups, and tell the world, you know what? You better fucking hide and camouflage, because I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Perfect.
I've got an offset carrier here. I think it's audio.
Well, plug it in. Plug it in.
Center that segment.
Centering.
Can you clean it up anymore in that fish?
I'm working on it.
What the hell?
Try zooming out. All right, freeze.
Reverse values.
Try zooming out again. Rotate 90 degrees counterclock.
Watching GMTV.
Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. Oh, I like that little mustache wiggle you're doing over there. That takes some skill. The wiggle wiggle.
Just a
what? What? Okay. Let's take a look at the NFT Morning Report. It has been a quiet volume day with Bored Ape Yacht Club and the top spot. Other deeds also pretty high up there. Other deeds taking a hit. I mean, a lot of NFT floor prices taking a hit right now. Mutant Apes down at 14. Lady Ape Club still pretty high on the total volume board, but man, it's almost all Yuga shit here. There's only one non-Yuga project in the top.
Bro, it's the only, it's the
only blue chip that really exists still, barely. We also, we're just seeing lots of decreases in floor prices across the board of things that were, popping. It's just kind of what's going on right now. That's kind of the same thing. Here's, I'm just going to go through a bunch of stuff. Okay. We're just going to look at a bunch of stuff, projects, tweets.
Let's look at a bunch of stuff.
Let's just look at stuff.
Let's
Menace
look
to
at
Society.
stuff.
This tweet I thought was pretty funny. Wasn't this at 0.35 like 3 weeks ago? The Nickelodeon, and it's even lower than its weight. It's now at 0.02. So this Nickelodeon project really hasn't gone anywhere.
I'm so surprised that artwork is fire.
Are you? Excuse me. Are you messing with my childhood memories right now? Are you trying to mess up my childhood memories right now? You poisoning the well of my childhood memories?
Okay, so out of all the shows, when you think about like, okay, what's your favorite like cartoon when you were a kid? Who says "Hey Arnold"? Does anyone really say "Hey Arnold"?
I've never heard anyone say that.
I haven't heard anyone say, "Oh, Hey
What about
Arnold" is my favorite.
Rugrats? Do you think anyone would say
I
Rugrats?
think some
I don't
people
think
would say
either.
Rugrats. I think Rugrats is a lot more popular.
Yeah, it was. I watched more Rugrats probably than Hey Arnold, but maybe that was also because it just reran all the time or something. I
Hey
don't know.
Arnold. I wonder if like I don't know. And I don't know. And again, it's like why maybe I think a couple things probably wrong with this is that they combine the two. Maybe if they're a separate collection.
And what's the utility? Sorry to
Oh
say
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, there's nothing
there's
that
not
this
you don't
does.
do anything with it, and there's not a solid community. Like you need that cult-like community to really be successful in the long run, or you need utility. And then a lot of times there's price discovery for utility projects, and it kind of just hovers around the same price a lot of times.
And
for utility projects.
Most these, I mean, what is this really? It's just a shitcoin with a JPEG.
Yeah, totally.
So
exactly. Sponsored by Nickelodeon.
Yeah, a shitcoin sponsored by Nick. Yeah.
Okay, here's some fun stuff. Interesting conversation to have. Okay, Bulls. Okay, this is it's a project. I think this is on Solana. It's a 10,000 collection PFP. Okay. They decided to change. Well, I'll just read this, okay? This is from their Discord. Okay, Bulls, 48 hours. We're going on a bloody bear hunt after 48 hours. We are fed up being flipped for the price of a Happy Meal. Enough is enough. Sometime after 48 hours have passed, there will come a point where our precious royalties will be turned up to 98%. I've heard nasty rumors that there will be a large stampede slamming across multiple floors. So if you're reading this, trust me, you may want to delist. There will be no compensation or anything like that, only liquidations. It's time for people to start putting some respect on our name.
Oh my God.
So they made the royalties 98%. They changed the royalties on their project.
How long are they going to do that for?
I think they've already changed it back. I think they've changed it actually to like 7.5% now. But they did for for a minute there. They were at a 98% royalty. This person here, I'm so upset at OK Bulls. Like my NFT was listed for nowhere near floor 2.98, and I get hit with 98% royalties. So messed up. You're fucking over those that at one point paid premium to join this community, and in your attempt to help floor rise, you do this. Not cool.
Did it work? Did their floor bump up?
Savage move. Well, let's go look, shall we? Let's go look at what their floor is right now.
What happened?
Check it out. Let's check it out.
And,
interesting move. I mean, I would never do that personally. It just seems like super sketchy. But
I think I would. I'd throw it on the table. It's on the table. I would say that as an option.
Well, it's
if you're thinking of ways.
Interesting.
If you have no utility and you know that all you are is just a shitcoin, then all you have to do is just try to come up with schemes to try to pump your floor. Then why not have that on a table? Do that. Be like, hey, once a month at this time, royalties are going to be jacked up like crazy. So you're just kind of forcing people.
Interesting.
Pump and dump. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That didn't work out for him, did it?
I don't know. It didn't seem to do much to their
Yeah.
price there
Oh,
after at all. It was like a blip.
but then
So
even those pumps, it's like they probably didn't. The people didn't make any money on any of those sales on those pumps, maybe because they have to pay royalties. If they did.
What a
Oh,
shit token.
what it's a shit token, man.
It's a complete shit.
So that's what I
token.
mean. It's like if you are managing a shit token community, which is what this is, right? If you have no other utility, there's no purpose for your NFT except for just to be a collection and people expect you to do anything. I mean, one of the options is just to try to pump the floor, doing weird schemes like this. Other people try to do staking. That's probably more of a healthier option for the community than doing this kind of random shit. But
I like the
it wouldn't be
DeGod
my first choice,
thing.
but it would be
Yeah.
on the table to do something like that. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
DeGods did something similar, right?
I like I like theirs because theirs incentivizes people to buy to raise the floor, to buy the floor, right? Where they're giving people a percentage of the royalties back in dust to buy the floor. So in that you're incentivizing people to buy the floor, which then raises your floor
and get
price.
a little kickback.
Yeah, which I think is a much healthier way, at least just to maintain the relationship with your holders. Because it's just it's an interesting.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people on the OK Bulls are like, all right, now I just gotta wait to try to get the fuck out. Like,
Well,
this
and
is
then the
ridiculous.
price starts to pop because a bunch of people start to sell, and it's just like, and then it just crashes, and now it's just like, oof, jeez.
Yeah.
Funny. Pretty funny.
Didn't look like, but based on the chart, it didn't look like it has worked out for him yet. But
No.
maybe the volume changes the direction of the chart. Maybe.
Are you down bad, man? Do you need $1 million idea? Auction off plots of your body for 5-year temporary tattoos. The winning bid gets full control of the designs for those plots, aside from deeply racist symbols. To assure success, guarantee you will show up at every NFT/crypto event as well. What do you think about this idea?
Stupid. But I could tell you're excited about it because you sent this to me on Discord separately.
Well,
so I know you're thinking about it, aren't you?
No, not at
I
all.
know you are.
I just think it's funny because like then there's this conversation like you wouldn't pay $1,000 to put, Function commented saying this was the worst idea he's ever read, or he's read in a long time. And and Nate Rivers responded and said, you wouldn't pay $1,000 to put Function's bitch on a man's forehead. Anyway, I thought this was just kind of funny, and it reminded me of that guy. Remember the Jason guy who's back in Web 2?
The t-shirt shit.
Did the t-shirt every day where he'd wear a different company's t-shirt and go out and just like interact with people. And then he auctioned off his last name for a year, where he became jasonheadsets.com for a year. Just reminds me of like the next level of that, and I'm waiting for that guy to come do this idea in Web3. Maybe he'll come do it here.
It's an interesting one. I think I think parts would be more right. Any face stuff would probably be worth more.
Yeah,
it's going to be seen a lot more.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like anything on the sleeves or on the body will be covered. Most of the time.
Right? You'd have to or maybe you could guarantee that you would. I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe that's the thing. Those are worth.
I want to do it for 5 years. Like fuck.
Someone might want just your. I don't know what kind of areas people might just want for whatever reason. But yeah, I saw somebody saying like a full size peen on your middle finger. It's just like, yeah, I mean. It could get weird, but I think this would work maybe one time for one person, and that's it. It would be a one-time gimmick that might work, but beyond that,
you'd have to.
Yeah, it just wouldn't. I don't think this is a long-term plan or a trend that could take off. I think this is like one guy, and he'd get press or two. You'd get like all the sensational press headlines would all cover you about how you sold your body as NFTs, and it would get press and everything, but only one time. It's a one-trick pony kind of thing. So somebody else can go do that if they want. Like,
okay,
do it.
why don't you do it? You should just do it.
Maybe I will. Okay, this is a project called Soul Swipe. Okay, this is Solana's first ever debit card. So they're trying to launch a Solana debit card, and I actually think then they're also going to have Ethereum and Binance chain as well, and they're gonna give back fees to holders of their NFT that they're coming out with. So that's kind of an interesting scheme.
Is this just a Solana branded credit card kind of type deal?
Yeah. So they're gonna have cards collab with other projects. Then they're gonna integrate Binance chain. Then they're gonna partner with Magic Eden and do projects that are multi-chain. But yeah, it's essentially a card that you can spend.
So I wonder what bank they're
Solana
going to team up
tokens.
with, because essentially how all these work out is that you have a bank account with a bank, a checking account, and then what you do is you sell your soul, and then that you take from your USD account, put it into the bank account, and you could use your cool little crypto card.
It looks like there's an offshore bank account actually. It opens an offshore bank account. Fees include card, freight charges, and opening of offshore bank account.
Okay.
And then in
I don't know if this
parentheses,
is
no
cool
bank book.
or way too sketch. Like, is this going to actually, this seems, the reason why I say that is because it could be too good to be true, right? That's what it sounds like to me. The too good to be true bell is ringing in my head when I hear that, because that means that you could totally, to me, this seems like a rug. You know what I mean? Like, it could be easy rug.
Interesting, man. Interesting theory.
Yeah, red flags pop up for
possible
me.
Theory is this could be a rug, because there's a lot of people stoked about this. So
I think it's cool. No, of course, dude. That's what I'm telling you. It's the too good to be true bells are ringing. I'm not saying that it sounds fucking awesome. It does, but that's the problem.
I agree. I agree. It seems I
I'm
agree.
sure lots of people are excited about it. It sounds really fucking cool. It also sounds like a great way to lose all your money.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's promising a lot too. They're saying they're going to have ETH integration with MetaMask. So
because all this takes, see, the thing is like, so,
and I don't see is it going to be what type of card it will be?
Couldn't regulators could even probably shut this shit down if they wanted to, right? That's the thing that gets me. Is like,
available
see, like, the thing is,
worldwide.
I don't like it doing with the crypto.com card way that I currently am doing, but it works, and I know at least like
they're saying this will be
I don't know,
Visa card.
It's like backed up by FDIC because that's what you have to do when you're in the US and you do this kind of shit. Whereas this could just be a total scam.
Wow. Well, okay.
Well, how do they get? How do they?
No.
But here's a good question: is like they're using an offshore bank account. So why and how is Visa, Discovered, MasterCard, whatever they're using, actually going to work with them?
I know, it's an interesting question.
You're saying that they're going to go
unless this is
going to go
like. I wonder.
Like, what kind of type of card do you get? Do you get Does this look like a MasterCard?
Visa. It's a Visa.
It's Visa.
Yeah. I wonder
what
bank it is. What is the bank that they're making these with? That's the question, right? Is who's the bank that's behind? That's these accounts will be created with.
I bet you once Americans are getting these cards, and
some things.
Then what? Visa's gonna. Yeah, Visa's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, we'll take the liability of getting in trouble by letting U.S. people have offshore bank accounts."
Really FDI insured. Oh no! Oh, that's on Crypto.com. Oh yeah. So it says here that it's not FDI insured because it's a decentralized cold wallet. So the funds are stored in your own decentralized wallet. Yeah. So it's just. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just a degen fucking card. I don't know how Visa's gonna get by doing that. That seems like pretty something like to me. I would think like there's no way Visa like that. You're just allowing these peeps to essentially run as a bank
This is
without being
very
regulated like a bank.
Hey, you're making some great points, and I think there's still I don't see anything about the bank in here. I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. That's hey, these are good questions. These are good
Again,
questions,
like
dude.
that sounds so exciting, but you know what? If this shit was this easy to do, there'd be
Great
tons of these
questions.
fuckers. Like
I
this is
agree.
like
Yeah.
to me, it's like again, the too good to be true is screaming right now.
Yeah, and it's just a landing page, right? So, yeah, I mean, who knows how actually far along even any of this is. It's got a fancy white paper and a landing page.
Cool.
I agree. I agree. It's a little
I've
weird.
seen better looking rugs.
I agree, dude. It's a little weird. Okay, let's switch gears here. This is something that's trending right now. This is called the WGMI Premium Membership. And I had no idea what this is. I'm probably behind the curve here because I'm sure someone else in the
WGMI
audience
means
knows.
we're gonna make it.
Oh, well, I know what
just in
that
case you didn't know.
but I didn't know what this site was, this wgmi.io, and I guess this is a pass for this. I don't know why it's trending in particular right now, but actually this site is really cool for analyzing NFT projects. It's actually you can get really detailed and also analyze your own portfolio. But what I thought was really cool when I was looking through the documentation is they have a Floor Discord bot and that you can put into your server, and then you can get commands like you could say cheap, right? You can do the cheap command and it'll list projects that are under 1 ETH and that are sorted by 1 day volume. So it's like they're cheap, but they're having a lot of volume. So it's a project you could then potentially go and maybe make some flips or whatever. It's just interesting little bot they've got there. And
That's cool.
lots of premium, interesting premium features here. So I actually think this is an interesting NFT. I might even pick it up just to like check it out, test it out, and just maybe make a video about it. I'm thinking I think we could probably farm these tools for content, right? I was thinking of doing the same thing. I was with the Utter Chaos on Sol. They have a rental store where you can use Milk, which is their token, that you stake for. You can use it to rent passes for different tools, like scalping tools. I know this Scalp Empire one is pretty popular. I don't know what Soul Tools is, and I know NFT Soloist is like considered, I think, one of the best tools.
That's really
over
cool.
there
You can
for
rent
pricing.
them.
So yeah, you can rent these per day. And you can, when you click rent, you can choose how many days you want to rent them for. And this one you can pay in Soul, but also some of them you can just use Milk for. I've rented this Mycelium Pass, and you select how many days or weeks or months you want to rent it for. So that's kind of cool. And I think, yeah, probably we'll use that to make some content. But yeah, what else here? Let's just look over at a couple last little things here. What's going on over in Solana? We've got upcoming is the Lonely Listeners Club. And this is, I think we maybe kind of covered this one day. This is going to be a music platform. So their kind of little sub headline is listening pays off. So I'm guessing this is going to somehow try to pay people for listening
That's
to
cool.
music.
I really like that. Yeah.
So yeah, this I think is going to be an interesting one to watch. And there have been quite a few collections have been minting out here over on the Magic Eden Launchpad recently. So I could see that one doing well. The Rug Revenants, which is a game, sold out. And I think that was yesterday. The Crowd Surfers, which is a utility project, sold out. And that was at a 2 SOL price. It's kind of a low cap at 888. But this is a software utility project for DAOs and projects. They have some software for them. But I thought that was interesting that was kind of smaller utility projects sold out. Yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm seeing over at Magic Eden. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, these are really nice. DGod's derivative. I thought you might like these.
You can't say the R word.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't say it. This is the top trending volume project right now, the Infected Mob. This is the one that I minted and then sold pretty much for mint price, and totally missed out on generational wealth. So just everyone can laugh at me about that. And
Okay.
we will finish our NFT segment with the depressing volume that we're seeing. Here's OpenSea's daily USD volume. You can see, you know, when back in the good old days when things were popping. I mean, we were getting daily volume of like almost through over 300 million. Look at this, $550 million in that one day.
I
You know what
remember.
day
I
that was.
remember.
You know what day that was.
Yeah.
The infamous day that led to this
Infamous.
crash. Just immediately afterwards. I mean, within days, it just was over.
I really
I mean,
killed
that
it.
was the end.
Other deeds
4:30.
killed the market.
Yeah, it really did. And we've been just at a like kind of depressing, but almost like you could almost think of this as like a support level, it seems like now.
It's all
But yeah,
Yuga's fault.
definitely all Yuga's faults. You can see every month has been shrinking here on OpenSea. Yeah, just, you know, what is interesting though, is I've noticed when you look at this daily volume trade types, what has gone up is bulk purchases. So there's a lot of people like essentially buying things, you know, people who do have money to play with still are buying a bunch of projects in bulk now. And that kind of started right after as the market started to go down, the bulk purchases went up and the bundle trades like totally tanked. So I thought that was kind of interesting little insight here too. So, you know, there are still people who are bulking up on some projects. Dude, look at this daily purchases across the Solana NFT markets right now. This is tanking. The volume is obscenely low right now on Solana.
They're all going to
NFT.
shitcoins, man. All
Obscenely low. So
to shitcoins.
yeah, very interesting numbers, everybody. Very interesting numbers. Okay, well, let's see. Dekenza says he's back. Well, Dekenza, you missed like the entire show, so you're gonna need to like do the scrub back. And the NFT alpha for today is WGMI pass, and maybe buying dust because there's only 8,000 wallets that have dust right now, and there's gonna be 15,000 Utes for sale for dust, so that's potentially interesting. And in the meantime, go burn all your soul shit NFTs at Soul Incinerator and get tiny little bits of money back.
Oh my god.
Those are my
dude.
alphas.
You know what?
What?
Oh, I don't know. I found myself at the D gods, right? I'm all sitting here.
Now you're looking at D gods? Okay.
Well,
What?
no. Well, I was looking at them because, anyways, I was thinking it could be a potential
flip kind of play.
Anyways, yeah, and I noticed that, you know, I was like, oh, cool, they have ones with mustache. Let me go like check out the ones with mustaches because it looks. I was like, kind of looks like mine, and they call it the porn stash.
Well, yeah. That's what I call your mustache.
So that's
too.
the kind of mustache I have is a porn stash. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you did what you just realized that?
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah. I guess I just realized that.
Dekenza asked, what's the $1 million NFT idea? It's selling your body for temporary tattoos for like 5 years or something as NFTs. Scroll back a little bit. Just scrub back a little bit. You'll find it.
It's a great idea.
Is there an interview for sneak peek? The interviewer asked to reschedule at 4 a.m. this morning. So, you know, this is why. I do think like we're gonna have to figure something else out. I think if it works in the time frame of the normal time of the show, we can't disrupt the time of the show. It's holy. It's like, you know, your favorite TV show doesn't just start an hour different. You know, it's either we do a show that day or we don't. And we can't just be changing the time of the show all the time for interviews. So interviews either got to happen during the show or they're going to happen at a different time. So we'll figure that out. Let's redo the whole show.
Just start it over.
Kenza.
Let's just
rub back.
Cut. We'll start now. We'll restart
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Freeman,
Check
let's
out
go back to the pitch.
gmdfi.xyz.
Yeah, we'll start with pitch. Go to the news. We'll go back to the charts.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no, sorry, Dickensis. Sorry. Now I gotta redo the show.
Right.
You've got to just go watch
like, subscribe,
exactly.
turn those notifications
Matt's like, get me out of here. Fool.
Play out music.
Play us out, fool. Okay, well, yeah, anyway, thanks guys for joining us. And thanks for rewatching the show, Dickenza. And we'll be back tomorrow at the normal time. So yes, see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning.